rest my weary feet, yeah. Where do I rest my feet? Life down there in your system is so dread now. Couldn't be the place for me. Stand and fight, stepping out of Babylon, oh, Mount Zion is calling. Stand and fight, stepping out of Babylon, yes, Mount Zion is calling. Be upright, stepping out of Babylon, yes, Mount Zion is calling. Be upright, stepping out of Babylon, Mount Zion is calling. And where is that love we used to know? Yeah. Yes, where could it be now? War and hatred is the only thing that seems to...
And the judgment of Babylon, you know.
Are you a mechanic?
And I will come to judge Babylon. Thrones of judgment. Thrones of the house of David, you know. And the house of Rastafari, you know.
Yeah.
And structure. And biological makeup. I show that I are the house of David, the house of Selassie, you know. 6-mile star, you know, the 62 triangle turn upward and downward. Metaphysical, you know. Yeah, man, and I are the house of David, you know, every man. So we know Selassie, the Almighty.
Aye.
You know, the rule of humanity. You know, even all down in your DNA, all down in the whole anthropological, you know, the ways of nations, you know, the study of nations, you know. So that I get them our way, which get them our way mean first, you know. Haile Selassie the first, you know. Yeah, man, I the first, and I represent humanity. Rasta the fullness. The fullness of spiritual, you know. All spirituality of all one who ever profess this way, you know. Yeah, man, and I the forebearer of the ancient mystics, you know. Because it was Melchizedek who taught this mystical, as I say, and I a priest ever. Eternal priesthood, you know, after the order of Melchizedek, you know, without beginning of days and end of time, you know, having the dew of the morning, you know, which meaning Rastafari are the genesis of mankind, you know. Rastafari is a prehistoric man, you know. Yeah, and a man in his angelic state, you know. As invincible as immortal, you know. Yeah, man, this is why I profess to the earth. So I come after that eternal priesthood of Melchizedek. Man, I come for strike kings in the days of Wrath, you know, showing that Rastafari govern all nobles, all noble conception of truth. All highest principle, that's the highest principle, you know. Yeah, man, the highest principle for mankind. Yeah, salvation for humanity. Yeah, man, from the dew of the morning, you know. Yeah, from the foundation of creation, you know. Yeah, peace, Eli. Yeah.
Yes, rise and then it's scatter.
It's the armor in beyond, taking place in iration, It's the armor in beyond, taking place in iration.
Emmanuel I Selassie to the world. I Nyabingi Coronation 2018. Holy Emmanuel Unity the Brotherhood. One order, one God, one aim, one destiny. Working together for the future. Here I love. Yeah! Holy Emmanuel I Selassie.
What God the ancient of days, from that time to this time, and I give thanks to the 88 Coronation by thy King, and thy Father, and thy leader, and thy founder. Ask God to these, because the ancient God, wonderful counsel of the Almighty, while I,
international and global. And I giving thanks and praise to the Father that I in these times now I establish, asking for his strength and his guidance as I establishing his kingdom on earth as it is in Mount Zion. Haile Selassie, Rastafari. I now convening these whole praises within the whole ancient tabernacles of righteousness, praises, thanksgiving and power. The Rastafari, Nyabingi, Theocracy Order, the Church of High Majesty, Haile Selassie, Rastafari. And I bless in the hour of committing and recommitting on the covenant on the road of righteousness. And I ask him to be worthy to fulfill the great legacy bequeathed to I by ancient patriarchs and matriarchs, those that have gone before, to clear this trod that I can follow up on the trod of righteousness within the whole house of Rastafari. And I ask in the Father to bless and sanctify as I commit once again I covenant unto the fulfillment of that righteous tradition. Haile Selassie, Rastafari. I was glad when they said unto I, come let us go into the house of the ever living I. Haile Selassie, Rastafari. My feet must stand within thy gates, O Jerusalem. Jerusalem is built as a city that is compact together. When the tribes go up, the tribes of the Most High. Rastafari. Unto the testimony of Israel, Ethiopia. We give praise and thanks unto the name of the ever living I. Rastafari. For he has set thrones of judgment to judgment,
when I remember the whole land, how much more will it be when I remember Jah the living man? Let us all forsake our sinful ways, because fire blaze the tide of time, Jah and I. Yes, O thou most high Jah, Rastafari, please open up the gates and increase I faith. And I bless up all Rastafari houses, all Rastafari mansions, 12 tribes, Orthodox, Bobo, Ashanti, all conscious and true-hearted brethren and sisters, all babes and sucklings. And I say one blessed love on the 8/8 coronation of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. Selassie I, Cha Rastafari. For they that put their trust in the Most High Rastafari shall be as Mount Zion, that shall never be removed, but abideth forever. As the mountains are round about Jerusalem, so is the Most High Rastafari round about I, from henceforth up full, and even forever. For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lots of the righteous, lest the righteous put forth their hands unto iniquity. Do good, O thou Most High Rastafari, unto I that be good, but unto such that turn aside unto their crooked ways, lead them forth with the workers of iniquity. I, Selassie I, Cha Rastafari. And I give enough thanks for the birth of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie. And first and foremost, and I must take it from the foreparents of His Imperial Majesty, are the lineage of which His Imperial Majesty is crowned hand of, which is the Davidic and the Solomonic lineage, and I speaking of. And I give enough thanks for the union of the Queen of Sheba that journeyed from the south, Ethiopia, and visited the great King Solomon that was ruling in Jerusalem at such time. And from that visit of Queen of Sheba and the great King Solomon, they bore a child by the name of Menelik the first. And it was Menelik the first that carried the ark of the covenant from Jerusalem to Ethiopia. That's where Revelation chant and say he will rule from Jerusalem to Ethiopia. And I know anywhere the ark of the covenant is there where you find the dwelling of the Most High. Haile Selassie.
Yeah, man, glory to the words, glory to the sound, glory to the Holy One of creation. His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie the first. I own I find worship. I God, I King, I Shield, I Buckler, I High Tower, I present help in times of trouble, I who is and who was and who shall be the only omnipotent, omniscient, omnificent, Imperial Majesty. Haile Selassie rebuke lightning and chastise thunder, touch it the sun and its scourge. Who is like unto Emperor Haile Selassie? Humbled himself to behold the things that are in the heavens and the things that are in the earth. Who raised the poor of the out of the dunghill and set as princes and princesses among I people. Yeah, man, I will sing of mercy and judgment with I sing. And I will behave I self wisely in a perfect way. When we don't come on to I will walk within I house with a perfect heart. I will set no evil thing before I eyes. I hate the works of them that turn aside, shall not cleave unto I.
A fraud heart shall depart from I, and I will not know a wicked person. Himself that slandered his neighbor, him would I cut off. A high look and a proud heart would I not suffer. My eyes is upon the faithful of the land that they may dwell with me. Him that worketh deceit shall not dwell in thy house. Him that telleth lies shall never tarry within thy sight. Heal the eye.
Selassie.
Heal the eye.
Selassie.
Jah.
Rastafari.
Yes, I have for jubilant upon them time, you know. And I forget Selassie and mighty praise. When I heal Selassie in name, and I have to say, heal the eye.
Selassie.
Heal the eye.
Selassie.
Yeah, man, and the greatest thing that man can do, give his imperial majesty, Haile Selassie, I praise. Because I say, if it wasn't for the King of Kings, I could have never stand up within them time, yeah. Highly high.
Selassie.
For I say, way in the annals of history, you know, as far as in the 1930s and the 1920s, in the 18th and the 19th century, you know, when black man never have no voice in the earth, and I say, Ethiopia alone, highly high.
Selassie.
And Haile Selassie was a symbol of hope to all the freedom-loving nation of Africa, you know. So upon them days, I have to come and reverberate and give Selassie mighty thanks. Because I say if it wasn't for the King of Kings, I could have never stand up them days, yeah. Heal the eye.
Selassie.
For I say the coronation of the King is like a mystical movement, you know. Because His Majesty show me that I must deal with spirituality. And spirituality is a divine network that links I to the universe and to each other. For I say, even the coronation of His Majesty, even within a science or mystic, because within a science you have 72 elements, and all these 72 elements are bound together by one carbonic bond. In the 6th and 7th book of Moses, it speak of the 72 colony of stars, 36 decan, what represent the equinox, the movement of the sun. So the birth of His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie, even within the heavenly ethers, within the ethers of science, is a mystical birth because, as I said, them 72 elements are bound together by one carbonic bond. And I say how majestic it is that on the 2nd of November in Kedemawe, which means the first day of the week, Haile Selassie was crowned King of Kings. And 72 delegates, 72 representatives from all parts of the earth, from all globe of the earth was there at the coronation of His Imperial Majesty, which represent the black man coming into his kingship. Because before the crowning of the king, Marcus Garvey did say, look to Africa for the crowning of your black king. And when the king shall be crowned, Africa would have gained her independence. We saw that before the king was crowned, even 1 year before the king was crowned.
To be a giant. Antigua my born, with Dudley my birthplace. Africa's my first place, but it ain't easy when you grow up in a poverty eye. It comes like the worst place. In my mouth it's the worst taste, but the bitter brings a healing, no stress. Poverty me use as a stepping stone, and just step on poverty, me so blessed. Me I come from sleep and grow, outside toilet, dust and pipe fi water, beard out a bucket. Me remember every morning me wake up after 6. Camel porridge pan the fire me a mix. The 1-bedroom house, me reminisce. The struggles when the house burned down, who did it? My mother and my sisters ball, me feel it. But you work out everything, Chris. We learn to be a giant, that's true. Learn to be a giant, that's you. We a giant. Life taught us to be a giant. Now you come the Rasta man, now we a giant. That's true. We learn to be a giant. You, giant. Life taught us to be a giant. Listen up, yeah. Making something out of nothing. Poverty living, you still didn't giving. Mama, how you did it? Papa, how you did it? I'm glad you didn't quit, or that would be some shit. Single parenting, child caring is very interesting. So giving my blessing to all the mothers who did it, and all the fathers who did it, and the grannies and the uncles and the grandmas who did the dollar bill. Family little, you know me full of pure skill. Had fun time on the ball court. Got in a few fights, but you know that's all sport. I was a little rude, but never give off course. Cause I was raised up proper. Big up my mama Shaki Saika. Hey, we a giant, that's true. Learn to be a giant, that's you. We a giant. Life taught us to be a giant. Now you're going around the man and we a giant. That's true. Learn to be a giant. That's you. Hey, we a giant. Life taught Rastafari man 88 Coronation. Introducing my brother Justic Rastafari.
Listen. Yeah man. Good night. Might as well jump on the rhythm, man, you know what I mean? Think all my philosophy. Yeah. But I don't want to stick the thing, so we just keep it flowing, you know? Yeah, hear me now? Yeah. Well, this is my philosophy. You can be who you wanna be. I know what's in your mind become reality. So just clean up me thoughts and them. Yeah. At times things bother me. Just me break me temper and get the best of me. Yeah, cause consequences have a gravity. And me can't live it by myself. Me pray more life for everyone. Oh, Jaja, can you bless my people? Me guide our footstep while I try to unify my pull up. Yeah. Well, this one's for the victims of the systems of the world. Me go by the name Drastic, you know. Big up everybody that come out here still, you don't know the Coronation. Highly high King Selassie. Yeah. Well, this is my philosophy. Yeah, you can be who you wanna be. I know what's in your mind become reality. So just clean out me thoughts and them. Yeah. At times things bother me. Just me pray me temper and get the best of me. Nah, cause consequences have a gravity. And me can't live it by myself. Me pray more life for everyone. Oh, Jaja, can you bless my people? Me guide our footstep while I try to unify my people. Bring us joy the life we live here on earth. Deliver us from evil. Till I'm high up in the wings of your kingliness. Yeah. Hear me now, yeah. But thank God for my family. Yeah, without them I don't know where I would be. Thank you Papa for your discipline. Mama thank you for the foundation. Me love you. And now I'm grown, I'm not a kid no more. And through His grace may I see many more days. I shine a light, just give me the torch. For me recruit all these youths on them. Me pray more life for everyone. Oh Jaja, can you bless my people? May you guide our footsteps while I try to unify my people. Bring us joy the life we live here on earth. Deliver us from evil. Till I'm high up in the wings of your kingly dash.
The Federation family. You don't know, the energy just pull you up on stage. Big up Ras Messiah. Yo, hey! Worthy to be praised, Jaja. Hey, Jaja. You took me from the grave. You alone I praise, Jaja. Every day, Jaja. You deliver me. Worthy to be praised, Jaja. Hey, Jaja. You took me from the grave. You alone I praise, Jaja. Every day, Jaja. You deliver me. Hello, wipe that sad vibes away now. Let me tell you, nothing beats prayer that me end now. Before you plant your seed, you must plow. Dig your ditches when the rain comes. Preparation is the focus. Come on, help yourself. Jah is the source, worthy to be praised, Jaja. Hey, Jaja, you took me from the grave. You alone I praise, Jaja. Every day, Jaja, you deliver me. Worthy to be praised, Jaja. Hey, Jaja, you took me from the grave. You alone I praise, Jaja. Every day, Jaja, you deliver me.
Do give thanks, Rasta Coyote. And I say do give thanks and praise unto the Most High Emperor Selassie the First for keep on guiding us through these years. no girl. Jah is so great, so great. All you got to do, keep a strong faith. So great, Jah, so great. Have a clean heart, don't be no reprobate. Jah is so great, so great. All you got to do, keep a strong faith. So great, Jah, so great. Have a clean talk. I'll just say, take the first step, and He will lead you without any regret. Make your way, think perfect, yes. Perfect yourselves in every aspect with strong confidence and shoulders erect. Keep your goals in sight, that is correct. I am singing for the children, well circumspect. To trust King Selassie, it is your project. Him is so great, so great. All you got to do, keep a strong faith. So great, so great. Have a clean heart, don't be no reprobate. Jah is so great, so great. All you got to do, keep a strong faith. So great, so great. Have a clean thought. Let no one tell you you cannot make it. Live your life, go on and face it. Make up your mind, time, don't waste it. Don't even matter them critics. Like a carpenter, build on a carpentry. Or like a scientist, you formulate your chemistry. Sleepless nights, rehearsing. Put your goals too high and reach for it. Him is so great, so great. All we got to do, keep a strong faith. So great, so great. Have a clean heart, don't be no reprobate. Jah is so great.
Whoa, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. Whoa, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Promise, no promise, I say, yeah. Run away if you want, yeah. Can even run if you want, yeah. You can't run from your eyes. And you can talk what you want to. And you can do what you want to do, yeah. You can't run away from yourself. Jah help me to deliver now. The lightning in other words when me Jackie ya know. To the small and the big I know. Tell me what you figure now. I see them balling for peace, but not justice. Snacky ya no duties, no fun again. Easy cash, blood money, hit a run again. Big gunman downtown again. Trigger happy cowboy. The West can't be one again. I want to do some of them, yeah. Walk away if you want, yeah. Can't even run if you want, yeah. You can't run from yourself. Yeah, 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 yeah. Talk what you want to, and you can do what you wanna do, yeah. You can't run away from yourself. Rasta man me on the hill again with me children, planting the food cause
Royal black woman, Empress divine. You say you got my back, yes. All of the time, I've got love for you. Queen Mother Earth, so sweet and fine. You say you got my back, yes. All of the time, I know just what I want. Ha. So you don't have to worry about nothing. Yeah. It would be so unwise for me to leave you and don't know what I will be getting. Cause you're heaven sent. 7-Eleven, committed, giving strength. Mount Zion bound. I mean, I love like you, make blessings come around. Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Yes, I. Greetings in the name of His Sublime Majesty, Emperor I Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. You know, and happy coronation to all ones present still. Seeing? Tonight, I, man, just would like to share a little bit of Iman challenge with one still. I'm in the habit of talking about Iman self, but just for help one to understand man from an intention standpoint, Iman feel the need to do that a little bit, you see? Because as a Rasta man, Iman say I myself on front line as a soldier. You see? Not in the ganja field, your other man hold on them base day excellently and different level of the fight. The way I man forward into the Chad, I man Chad along the line of literature a lot. You see? And there are things out there, there are information out there and frontline that can be damaging to Rastafari, as a matter of fact. Historic information that I man think that I need to definitely pay attention to. And I must face them information head on, and I must put things into perspective and protect the king name, you see? Because that's the objective. That's what all I present for recognize the king. Highly high. You see? I'm just like at this point to just share a little bit of Iman experience coming into Rastafari so that, as Iman say earlier, one's feel Iman from, intention. You see? Now Iman chatting to Rastafari start with Iman losing a history argument with brethren who are Rasta. At the time, the brethren me tell Iman all the characters in the Bible were black people. At the time, you know what I mean, as on regular ballad, you to come forward. Me not no evidence of that, even when you look on TV and then show people in Israel and white. You see, so I man refute the whole thing. For prove he point, the brethren come and the brethren give me a book for read. And he tell me where to go for the information. And when I man read and realize that the brethren right to do what you say, it spark a curiosity in Iman. So Iman start read more. Iman just continue to read. And the book Iman break down in a history from the time of slavery come right down to Marcus Garvey. And then show that Rastas now rise up out of the Marcus Garvey philosophy. So for the first time in my life, Iman realize that they have substance to what these Rasta people deal with. You see, Iman come up as a youth man, pan Cooksail, a overlook jungle, where the Rasta community does they down in the Grace Farm back there. You see, Iman does see when Kang, on vehicle and call Kang police just have, just roll in the cooks. You see, and man deploy and start round up round hill. I'm a watch gunshot fire down there and see Rasta man escape back so and run over so and gone so. You see? And in them days, when Rasta man come through the village in the Grey Hill, just have most of the time they have a shot, just with them bag over their shoulder. And, according to the stereotype in the day, are crazy people them day. You see? So that's the overstanding I have about Rasta as only a youth until I read the book day. And I realize that the man your whole lifestyle now, he defend one worthy cause. You see? And within the moment day, I'm removing a certain empathy towards these people. Because so I'm a minor project like these people that everybody bang up them out pan and have them like them crazy and all the rest of it. And me read this thing and I see it all. Them people here are defend one serious cause. So within the moment they move with I'm an empathy. I'm decide then that I'm going to join them people here and help them defend the cause day. And that will start I'm journey into Rasta. Just on correction from the brethren. He give me a book instead of just say what you say. And the book they just open the door. You see? And from them time the curiosity that spark off for realize that this book here paint a totally different picture than what me think about the world and the past. You see, and that it just light up on curiosity that just never ever out up to this day. So I man continue to read because it be more easier to get answer to the questions that inside of me from books. You know, you have much ones around as individual that you can go and ask certain questions and so forth. So you check for other ones, Rasta and different man who write book about the liberty and differences, and you gain your information them with it. You see? About 5 or so years ago, I man start come up on some information now about Jesus not having existed. As a matter of fact, I man come up on information now that to say all the characters in them in the Bible, like 95% of them, never existed. Now, quite naturally, with how I man school come to this thing, I man come to the Bible. I man can prove his majesty by prophecy like my backhand in the Bible. And I man can come outside the Bible and put the Bible away and just through symbolism and the whole unfoldment of history on world stage and the role that his majesty play. Show that his majesty within that context symbolically is the God. So man verse man the thing. You understand? And then you hear these people now say, these characters never existed. You see it? Now the kind of man that I man be, I man another kind that I can stick for me in the sun. I just say, well, let the devil come with some temptation. You see? Because the way I man see it, if I man defend the truth, then the truth must have to stand the light of scrutiny. So if a man come and claim something contrary to what me not for be the truth, then me supposed to can courageously confront wherever you come up there with. Because me defend the truth. So naturally I man go and search into these information Rasta. You see? And surprisingly enough, the statement that the individual and them make are proved to be true. Man checking the field of archaeology because since historic, when you have the Renaissance, the European Renaissance, where they started the education system, right? The Bible ended up becoming the book, having been one of the first books that get printed after the printing press was invented in 1437. The Bible was the first book that was printed. And so when they were creating the curriculum for start general education of the masses in Europe, the Bible was used as the point of reference. Yes, I. Point of reference. You're saying when after they start the education system, And what that started at the beginning of the Renaissance was one big debate in Europe between the academics, what they call the humanists, and the religious people who were defending the Bible and the literature in the Bible as being historical. From time the Bible become one academic subject when they start education system in Europe with the second Renaissance, which is about learning in Europe. You see, a big debate broke out over the Bible, and that started certain field in the science like archaeology, where they look into artifacts and different things, physical things from the ground, to prove the things that are said in the Bible, to prove if they are true, the geography and everything like that. You understand? And when you look into the field of archaeology and see how the arguments stack up for the historicity of the Bible and the existence of these characters, and against, it's like a mountain pile up against, in terms of actual evidence. When you go even in the field of scholarly works with people that write, you have whole ton of evidence suggesting the same. You have a priest, here a New Testament scholar, right? Then called John L. Mackenzie. He write a book then called The Dictionary of the Bible. And from page 435, John L. Mackenzie say that they cannot create a biography of Jesus. The reason being they don't have enough information for support the existence of a Jesus. He said the only source of information they have is Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, where they refer to as the synoptic gospel. And he said those are historically worthless. This one scholar now, and this one priest, by the way. This one Catholic priest. You see? And a New Testament scholar. I say this. You understand? Yeah. Interesting enough, they have one big debate right now in Israel, present-day Israel here, between them and Palestine. And you have a number of individuals like a professor that over archaeology in Israel, then called Israel Finkelstein. And he wrote a book they call The Bible on Earth. You have these guys writing these books, not because they want to oppose any particular religion and what the religion claiming about the book, but because there's a huge conflict there in Palestine between the Israeli and the Palestinian, because the Israeli claim rights to that land based on biblical so-called history. You understand? And what you have now is a set of Jews who are not supportive of the Zionist agenda, which is about stamping out the Palestinian them and carrying on one kind of apartheid system. So what them start do is write books and coming out and doing all kind of lecture. And in the books that they're writing, they're going back and showing you that the history of Israel that we know in the Bible, or the claim that they make in the Bible, it is mythology. These people are saying that. You see it? So this is an ICERN, a come with some fanciful meditation after some bad weedy smoke. You see it? This thing will go on live as we speak. And I, man, as a Rastaman, you know, I watch this thing and understanding the implication that that would have for Rastafari. You see? So quite naturally, I man have to look into these things. Deep into these things, dive deep into them, because Rastafari is real. The experience that all ones in you have and millions of people around the world is real. And man have this experience of healing the king. So there's no question about that side of things there. This is real, yeah. We can't speak for what happened how much thousand years ago because we don't have empirical evidence about that. But we know what we live in is real. You see? And that have to be protected. That's the way I man analyze the thing. In the face of all what I man see, this have to be protected because this real. Because this deliver I man who talk. You understand? And plenty man all ones inside, yeah. You see? So this is about really looking into things and understand the nature of things enough so to understand how I and I can move forward, healing the king without having the conflict of validating him through the Bible. When you have all these things that going on frontline right now, approve that these things in the Bible are basically mythology. This is something that require I and I attention in a Rastafari. It requires I and I sit down and consider these arguments and write I and I position accordingly. And I say and I defend truth and right. So I and I should not have any problem for courageously face them information here and figure and I self out. You see? This can otherwise be, a very long presentation. But I just wanted was to just put, this thing into perspective in terms of the information that Iman and Rasquama have been bringing forward over time. That one tends to really accept with a whole lot of hostility. I guess questioning one's intention, maybe then think, well, man, backslide and gone back over the fence, so, or whatever. I assure you, I and I deal with Rasta business, and I have learned and understand enough of what's going on when it comes to sacred writing and these matters, that I and I can sit down and manfully craft a way out for I and I self. You see, because a huge contradiction, even the Pope in Rome right now depart from certain things within them gospel and then doctrine because of these information and the impact. After telling the world for years, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light, and no one come unto the Father but by him. The Pope now say, the Pope Francis, the present one right here now, he come now and declare that even atheists can go heaven. And atheists are people that don't believe in a God. So you have to figure that out. When he backflips so, upon the doctrine, you have a study what go on. The Pope and them realize that in them time, people eye open and people realize that then even have to enter into a church for really be right and it be in harmony with the Creator and nature. So them man have to start change up the style a little in the talking. Even atheists now can go heaven. You see? So I man personally, just to wrap this up, I'm on a hope at the conference coming up when I have a forum that I and I can look into things, you know what I mean, into the doctrine and things of that nature, that I and I can, flesh things out, even with much more detail, and one can put forward them questions. You understand? And then they allow I and I for just present the information accordingly. That's all I and I wish to do. And I remember Rastafari community, and I on front line and check information at a certain level and see things that can affect. And we want to draw the community attention to these things. Simply that. What the community do with the information, that will be up to the community. But we do we work and bring it to the attention of everyone still. Highly high. Ja.
Rastafari, give thanks.